out today. This is the kickoff of the Team Joni RV. We will be touring the state of we will be touring the state of Iowa, doing a lot of different events with the RV. If you can remember, 6 years ago we had the Squealmobile. Well, now we have Team Joni RV. So it is my great honor for this kickoff to be able to introduce a dear friend and collaborator, Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina. He's here for the day and will be joining me for a number of different events. Tim, go ahead.
Well, I'm so excited to be here supporting Joni. She is absolutely the glue for what we do in Washington for the great state here. I will say without any question, having a veteran representing the good people, so important. A mom, tenacious fighter, someone who listens to the people, who looks forward to coming home. We were just talking about last night, putting her head in her own bed on Sunday evening while she travels the state for the next couple of days. That's the kind of leader you want in Washington, fighting for you, one who loves home. And you have that. I'm looking forward to taking a ride. This is fantastic. This is amazing.
It's great.
I told my folks, I want one of these. I mean, I say Joni is big in South Carolina, but it might one day. So this is amazing. So thank you all for being here and supporting Joni Ernst. God bless you.
Yeah,
Woo!
thank you. Woo! Thanks, Tim. Oh my gosh, yeah, I really appreciate it, Tim. Tim is also a phenomenal leader in the United States Senate, working on so many issues that are important to every state in the nation. So thanks for joining us today. We're going to have a lot of really great conversations. But again, the Team Joni RV, we're going to be out across the state. As you know, just recently I completed the 99 county tour. I enjoy getting out. I enjoy visiting. Yeah. Okay, Senator Grassley, he finished 2 hours behind me. But he says because it was the same day, we're going to call it a tie.
Well,
so
I listen to your senior senator sometimes.
But Senator Grassley started this wonderful, rich tradition 40 years ago. And it is indicative of the type of people we have in Iowa. They want to know their elected officials. They want to be able to have that conversation face to face with their elected officials. And so honoring that tradition, I've taken that up 6 years in a row. We'll be getting back out across the state in the RV, making sure that we are visiting with Iowa voters as well. So this is a Winnebago, of course. It's a Winnebago from right here in the great state of Iowa, made by wonderful Iowans. So we appreciate the support that they give to their communities, and such a wonderful product that's known nationwide. And in this RV, we are going to be putting E15 fuel. So, and thanks to, of course, the work of Senator Grassley, myself, advocacy from Governor Kim Reynolds, we were able to work with the Trump administration to get E15 year-round, which is something that will benefit our corn farmers, that will benefit our biofuels processors. Really, really great for our home state of Iowa. So again, just so proud to be out here in the Team Joni RV. We're going to have so much fun. The tour that I am doing is the Fighting for Iowa tour. Fighting for Iowa, and that's what I do every single day. I am fighting for Iowa. And folks, you can't fight for Iowa in the basement of your home. You have to be out across the state, and you have to be visiting with voters and hearing their opinions, hearing their thoughts and ideas, their challenges, their opportunities. And that's what I am doing. You know, we are fighting for two very different paths. Now, I'm fighting for opportunities. I'm fighting for prosperity. I am fighting for our freedoms. Okay, so we can do that. We support that here in the state of Iowa. Now, my opponent, she's being bankrolled by liberal extremists from the coast. She spent most of her time panhandling in New York and California. So whose views is she representing? Whose views is she representing? She's not out across the state. She hasn't visited half of our counties in the 15 months that she has been campaigning. You have to represent all of Iowa, not just chosen locations in Iowa. And again, I'm fighting every single day for Iowans, and I will continue to fight every single day for Iowans, no matter where they're from. So I am excited to get the tour started. It's going to be a lot of fun, Tim. We're going to roll across the state and just visit with as many folks as we can. So again, thank you for joining us today.
No better place. Thank you for the weather too.
Oh yes, amazing weather, amazing weather. Fantastic. Thanks everybody. And Brendan,
fill up?
Yep, we're gonna go ahead and fill up. Again, E15 in the Winnebago. It's all Iowa all the time. All right, folks. E15. And we use E15 in my car too, so. And we want to thank Quickstar as well. Quickstar has been a wonderful supporter of the biofuels program, and I was able to visit one of their blending facilities earlier this year as well, and just learn about the process, how Quickstar is contributing to biofuels. It's just been wonderful. So great supporters here. Great supporters.
You got a good team of supporters.
Great team of supporters. Yes.
Military veterans.
Yeah. Moms, doctors, military veterans, farmers. So I'm very proud. I have the endorsement of the Iowa Corn Growers as well as the Iowa Farm Bureau. Been engaged with those groups for many, many, many years. And so
99 county tour. I actually copied you on doing the same thing in South Carolina.
Yay!
Yes, you and Chuck Grassley, you guys set the bar very high. And I will tell you, there's nothing like going to every single county so that you understand what's in the minds and the hearts of the average person everywhere in your state.
Absolutely.
Not just in hot spots, not just in the big metropolitan areas, but in the rural areas. And every vote counts, but every person counts.
Yeah.
And you're representing every single person. And that's the way to do it.
Thank you. I think that's important because right here, okay, here's Montgomery County. This is where I'm from. I live in rural Iowa, folks. I live in Red Oak, about a stone's throw from the farm where I was raised. And so it's really important that we continue supporting rural America. And I point this out because the county right next to me is Adams County. Adams County has a population right around 4,000 people, the entire county. And a lot of politicians would say, not a lot of folks there, I'm not going to take my time. Well, no. Chuck Grassley, the governor, the lieutenant governor, our secretary of ag here in the state, and I all understand that every Iowan should have an opportunity to voice opinions. And so we travel to all 99 counties every single year. It's a commitment that I will be keeping as we move forward, but certainly love it.
Awesome.
Love it. Okay, so we're going to start signing. I think we're done fueling. Top it off there. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to sign the back. If you want to sign the county you're from, please go ahead and do that. This is a tradition that we started with the last bus tour. And we had folks, thanks Tim, we had folks signing all over the back of the bus. We ran out of space on the map, so people were just signing everywhere. But we're going to go ahead and sign. And Tim, why don't you sign Montgomery County too, if you don't mind. First one. Okay.
You see where it's registered?
Oh, look at there. It's registered in Scott County. I love it. I love it. Yes, absolutely. You go ahead. Okay, so it is, there's Page, and then Taylor, and then go ahead, and Ringgold, and then Decatur. So gosh, look at this. Yes. Now my hair was a lot darker and a lot shorter. Oh my gosh, Ruth. That's so fantastic. And I'll use, let's see, we'll use this. And then everybody else, come on up and sign.
All right. Who's next?
There you go.
And thank you for all your work. Just Paul.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Choice that I wanted to tell you that today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You are doing great stuff.
Truly a blessing.
We're really thankful for what you're doing. And I said to some girls, Senator Scott out here, so I'm so glad she got
She did. Thank you. Thank you. Good to be here too.
No, we were really, thanks for all the stuff you're doing.
Yes, ma'am.
Both of you guys are doing good things.
Oh, what county are you from?
I heard, I'm from Pope.
Okay.
We actually have farmland here in Dallas, so I'm going to sign in Dallas.
There you go.
I guess I'm from here though.
Oh, a barn sign?
I actually live in this town.
Oh, in this one here?
The town we're in, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Where's Scott now?
I don't know yet. It's kind of dependent upon the
guys are
Senate schedule right now.
Yeah, okay.
But we'll get her figured out.
You guys are going to go there. But yeah, so you guys are going to make. But anyway, yeah, you guys are going to go there across the state.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
I'm glad.
So you do it in South Carolina?
Yeah. We've been doing it for 2 years. It's been a lot of fun
Anyone
getting out
else?
to know people.
Right here, ma'am. Okay.
Oh,
thank you for coming out. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Filling up the GSI.
Yes. That's right.
I didn't know you were over here.
Not in uniform? Where's your Friday? Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
we're totally-
Yeah, I know. That's fine.
Of course, as
I
always.
think she actually does literacy programs too. For the Jewish Community Center, ACC. She's very active. And APAC. I think she does a lot of work within the, there's a Christian design for Israel.
A lot of us cross over.
Yep.
We can do both.
Yes.
Good. I actually have
She does.
I have
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
job interviews
Yeah.
today at DNC.
Wonderful to be here. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. It's like 10 minutes down the road from my house. Is it a 45-minute drive?
Well, congratulations. I'm going to wish you the best of luck here.
Thank you.
So, I'll take that back. It's always so good to see you.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Anytime. 3 more years, and then I'll be retired.
I know. I know. Thanks, Jana. We'll see ya. Okay, anybody else? Come on up. Hey, guys. Hey, Allie, how are you? Thank you. I'm so good. Here, go ahead, Allie. Help yourself. Okay,
Dallas?
Coke and Dallas. Yep.
Should I just do the steel?
You do whatever you want.
Put you on there. Well, I messed that up. That's okay.
So Allie is such a great advocate.
She already
is.
hit him up.
Oh, did you?
The
Also built there. Oh,
Can we take a picture?
I like the advocacy.
See how prepared they are? I love it. Come on in, Allie.
Never miss the opportunity. I'll go this side.
Okay, yep, and Sam will grab it for you, Allie. Thank you. Got it?
Or
Yay. Thanks so much. Thank you. It's so nice to see you. It's great to see you too. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. Good.
It was overwhelming, so
It's good. It's good. Thank you.
Thanks
so much.
too.
Great to
Sounds
see
easy.
you. Yeah, great to see you. Hey, Caleb. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
how are you?
Should we get a quick photo? Mm-hmm. All right. Sam? Oh, where'd Sam go? There's, okay, Brenda. Come on in. You want to hop in here, Tim? Or
Yep, Tim can hop in.
why don't you hop in too with Caleb here? One of our super volunteers.
Oh, wonderful.
Great.
Thank you for volunteering.
Thanks
Thank you
so
for helping me out.
much, Kayla.
She's been a great champion for mental health. So.
She is amazing.
Yes.
That's what I love about her.
Yeah.
She never stops working. She might be the hardest working senator we have.
Yes, we do.
And that's hard to say with Chuck Grassley, but you are the real deal.
Chuck is, Chuck is all over it. Okay, yeah.
Senators, do you want to do a quick media avail?
Oh, sure. Yep, you bet. Time for a media event.
Political battle over this could have ramifications for Republicans, that voters may see this as unseemly and Republicans may pay a price for that.
Well, again, I'll be doing my duties as a member of the judiciary. That's all the procedural. But what I'm hearing from Iowans is just that they've heard that Chuck Schumer has made some pretty big threats months ago, even before any of this came up. And so they see this as a way to push back against the radicalization of our Supreme Court. So, we'll see how it goes. We've heard that there will be a nominee announced on Saturday, and we'll figure out where we go from there.
You told our editorial board in 2016 that you would not support naming a justice in an election year, even if it were Donald Trump. And to remind you of that, you said this in 2020. What do you say to the voters who say that's hypocrisy?
Well, again, what they're hearing from Democrats is that they will pack the court. They'll get rid of the Senate filibuster. And so you cannot tell me that Democrats would not be doing the same thing right now. And none of them deny that. None of them will deny it. It was brought up in Judiciary yesterday. So we'll proceed. We'll see. I don't even know who the nominee is yet. So we'll proceed. But bottom line, the way I view this is we had divided government in 2017, or whenever that Merrick Garland 2016, 2017. And now we don't. So the president will name a nominee. We'll go through the procedures. We'll see how it goes.
Do you regret saying what you did about the nomination before?
We only know what we know at that time. And I know it was divided government at that time. And Merrick Garland would not have had the votes to move forward and become a Supreme Court justice. So do we put them through what Democrats have put our Republican nominees through? No, I don't think that would have been fair to Merrick Garland.
Was it divided government in 2018?
In 2018.
Was it divided government in
2016?
No, it was 2016 with Merrick Garland.
2018. Didn't you go before the Des Moines Register? What date was it?
July of, I think it was in 16.
Okay.
2016.
So can voters take you at your word though, or should they expect you to parse things based on political consequences?
Absolutely. No, they can take me at my word. So my opponent already, she said she wouldn't support packing the court earlier this year. And now she hasn't formed an opinion because Chuck Schumer was backing packing the court. So she's shifting depending on how her, leader is proposing they move ahead. So she's not even elected yet, and she's shifting her position there. I think Iowans see the situation is different. There was divided government then. We have a president and a Republican Senate at this point. I'll do my duty, whatever that is. However the committee decides to proceed is how I'll decide to proceed.
Do you have any concern with the way the president is responding to questions about the transition of power after the election?
Hey, the Constitution is absolutely clear on this. Whoever is elected will become the president on January 20th. Absolutely.
Is he sowing doubt in the outcome of the election?
I think Hillary Clinton did that months ago with Joe Biden. She told him not to concede. So there's kind of a double standard out there. When Hillary Clinton can say one thing to Joe Biden, and not, has anybody questioned Hillary Clinton on those comments? Exactly.
Senator Scott,
Yes.
you've been a leader within the Republican Party for police reform.
Yes.
And Senator Ernst, I just wanted to get you guys' thoughts on the outcome of the Breonna Taylor event.
I'm certainly pleased that there was a charge against one of the officers. Certainly that was appropriate. The charge itself is a little disappointing, but the fact of the matter is that you have to have a conference in the legal process, and the AG Cameron's handling of the case. He followed the facts. I think if anyone has the bird's eye view of what happened in Louisville, it is the AG of the state, Daniel Cameron, and we'll continue to work moving forward. One of the things that Joni did in police reform is that we had our legislation passed along, situations like Kenosha, because of the de-escalation training and the grants that were associated with that. Joni supported that. We could have seen a very different outcome there because of the de-escalation training. On our legislation, the Breonna Taylor Notification Act would provide us with more illumination around the issue. That would be incredibly helpful. Joni supported that. When you think about the falsifying the police report that was part of the situation in Louisville, we actually had in our legislation making that a higher penalty. Joni supported that. So the truth is, what we're looking for is to break this artificial notion that there's a binary choice between law enforcement and communities of color. You can actually be for both. You can be for the rule of law and law and order, and look for ways to mend broken relationships. And the good news is that at the very least, we walk away from the Kentucky situation with as much clarity as one can find.
Senator Ernst, going back to Aaron's question about the days after the election, there's always a delay in canvassing as votes are in, and it's expected to be longer this year with more absentee voting. Are you prepared to tell the president if he sows doubt about that process, that this is normal, that a delay is expected, and that it's not right?
Oh, absolutely, and I can do that with authority because, and I have been speaking out about this because I served as a commissioner of elections here in the state of Iowa, again, serving the people of Iowa in very different capacities through the years. But I do believe that our election system here in Iowa is very, very safe. And if people want to vote by mail, absentee ballot by mail, please go ahead and do that. If you're not comfortable going to the polling places, please vote by absentee mail. But I would encourage them, though, take some responsibility, fill that ballot out, and get it returned in a timely manner. Because I do think that we are going to have a lot of absentee ballots. And so, yes, I am completely comfortable saying this is normal because I used to go through those processes. Now, there are time frames. You have to have a ballot received by a time certain, which would be the Monday after the election. So again, I'm just encouraging everyone, if you're voting by absentee ballot, please go ahead and make sure you get it in ahead of election day. Make sure it's postmarked ahead of election day. And that way we can get it in time. And those auditors, those commissioners of elections can get those absentee ballots counted.
Senator Ernst, on the absentee ballot issue, there's already a record number of absentee ballot requests in right now. The numbers would show that more Democrats have requested ballots than Republicans, but the numbers were pretty even for the primary. Do you feel the president's rhetoric about absentee ballots is sowing doubt among Republicans, and how do you mitigate that?
No, we have that trend every year. Often Republicans prefer to go to the polls on election day, so that's not a new trend at all, having more Democrats requesting absentee ballots than Republicans. So I'm not concerned about that, and I know that people will turn out. This is an election that is really energized a lot of voters. And what we're seeing, though, is that, and again, I don't have a lot of concerns right now as we're looking at those numbers, because a lot of those Democrats that are requesting absentee ballots, they are regular voters anyway. So it's not like we're seeing any sort of anomalies with those that will be voting. They're just choosing to vote by absentee.
How do you plan to vote this year? How will you cast your ballot?
I will probably do it in person. I haven't decided that yet, but I typically go to the polls unless, for the school board elections and so forth, I'm normally not at home, so I do those by absentee. So I'll probably go to the poll, and I enjoy doing that because then I can go see the old poll workers that used to work with me. So it's just nice to see everybody again, but yeah, probably in person.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.